Welcome to another stock analysis video performed by MajesticTrader.com, where active traders seek greater profits. So let's begin. So let's look at Walmart. Walmart here had a pullback 3 weeks ago from poor earnings, and now it's inching its way back. We might find some resistance here around 60.35, 60.30 level, which will be the 50-day moving average. Once it breaks through that, you should see it break up to 61 pretty quickly. Looking at Chevron, again, the energy stocks were going pretty good this past week, and for the most part, just trading range bound. You can see it's trying to get through this level here at around 110. Once it breaks through 110, it'll probably hit our higher target here at around 113, especially if we get that market momentum where that wind in the sail pushing all those Dow stocks higher. So Google actually had a poor week this past week. Apple had their big release and product release and conference on, I believe it was Tuesday or it was Wednesday, and one of the things that it did is it kind of affected a lot of other stocks in the sector. So Google got beat up a little bit here. We're looking maybe for a further pullback, but notice this round number 600 held pretty good. So if it holds up here, we might be able to get 620, 625 again over the next week or two. Looking at Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble actually came out with some news over the last week and a half that it was going to be cutting some jobs. So you saw a pullback here, and now it's just basically range bound, trying to determine its next direction. Being a Dow stock, and if the market goes up here over the next week and a half, we could find some momentum for it to go higher. But right now we're looking at it to be range bound, trying to determine and dictate next direction. AT&T is just chugging along here, folks. You can see that since the end of January, we've just been on a straight line here, and we picked this target here of around 31.40, 31.50 about a month and a half ago, and we think it's going to hit that probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. We might find a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of exhaustion here, and it's going up. I believe it goes ex-dividend the end of March, 44 cent dividend. So we could look for probably a consolidation or a range-bound price action here, probably around the 31.20, 31.30 here before the end of March. Again, not a fast mover, but a good income stock. GE actually expects quite a bit of revenue growth here over the next couple of years. Came out with a couple of good reports, hence the nice movement in the stock price up around 60, 70 cents. Again, not a fast mover, only moves about 30 cents a day here. But we're looking for some upward movement. If we could break out of this 1950 range here, I think we could hit $20 in the next month. We'll have to see how much sentiment there is to be in another income generator such as GE. Looking at Coca-Cola, finally, Coca-Cola is finding some direction, has a little bit of trend behind it. We like it to stay above this 50-day moving average. We think it edges up towards the 70.50 level over the next month. Coke is not a huge mover here, but definitely a good indicator of the consumer. And the more demand that it sees strengthening, I think you'll see it hit that level here in the next month also. McDonald's pulled back. A lot of analysts didn't like its comp year-over-year sales. You know, quite frankly, they're making good money. Where they were struggling a little bit is in some of its European markets. I think McDonald's, people are buying on the dips. You can see from this gap down, it found a lot of support right in this area here. I think it might pull down a little bit more. If it goes to this 95 or definitely $93, $94 range, that is a screaming buy right there. I would be looking to get into it and make that recommendation to get into this $94, $95 range right there. Looking at Caterpillar. Caterpillar had a pullback early in the week, struggled with the market downturn, hit that 50-day moving average, folks, and look what happened. It went higher. I think you can see more further action, more higher action with good price action out of Caterpillar. Look for the volume here, folks. Caterpillar is a Dow stock, so if you see the Dow going higher, you want to get behind this sale here and push this thing higher too. I think you're going to go for a nice ride. Home Depot, Chugging along, baby. New all-time high, or actually this is a new 52-week multi-year high, almost at our price target here of around $49. I think you're going to find some resistance here around the 49.62 level, which is a resistance from a few years back. So I think you're going to still see the trend intact here at least until this level. Again, $50, that's a big round number for resistance. I think that we're going to see a little bit of pushback, but I think we still have another dollar and a half to go. The transportation's had a sharp pullback this past week, but look where it found support, folks. Again, we're not drawing these lines the day before. We've had these lines in there for quite some time. This is where we found support. We want to see it get above that 50-day moving average, and I think as the market moves higher, we should hit our target as we anticipated here by the end of March, early April. So watch this transportation index, folks, because if the transportation's run, get on that bus and go for a ride. No pun intended there, but you're going to find a lot of momentum as the transportations go further. If you're interested in a sample archive copy, go to our website at majestictrader.com, and in the upper right hand corner put in your email address, and we will send you out a sample archive copy. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks again, have a great week, and enjoy your green screen trading. Thank you for attending another MajesticTrader.com's stock chart analysis. Visit our website to request one of our newsletters. Go to our website at www.majestictrader.com. In the upper right-hand corner, put in your email address and your name, and we'll send you out a copy. Once you become a member, you'll have access to complete trade performance, all stock analysis videos, archived newsletters, and midweek alerts that are trading ideas. We'll send those out to you via email. Again, thank you for attending.